Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Callie. This is my channel. It's super random, and tonight is no different because I want to do a short, I guess in a way it's a book review, but it has to do with shadow work. So I want to share a couple things that I thought were really interesting from this book, Meeting the Shadow, the Hidden Power of the Dark Side of Human Nature. All right, so first off, before I get into this, if you're new to this channel and you have yet to hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know who you are, how you are, where you are in the world, so I can see where this reach is getting. I can see how you're doing. Maybe there's some connection or collaboration that is meant to be done between me and you, because this is what I always say. If you happen to come on this channel, it's not by coincidence or chance, all right? There's a reason, and let's, I guess, figure out what it is. Anyway, so yes, and to everyone else who's been with me, hey, this is like gonna be a little bit different of a review, or a different video, because it is kind of a review. But I wanted to share this book that I found in regards to shadow work. All right. So first of all, if you go look on like Amazon, there's only like there's 3 books about shadow work, but they're not really about shadow work. So there's really only like 2. And this seemed to be the better of the 2 for me anyway. I might check out the other one just to see the content. Meeting the Shadow, the Hidden Power of the Dark Side of Human Nature. And what's interesting about this book is it's not just one author, right? You have Carl Jung, Robert Bly, Joseph Campbell, lots of others, to name a few. Hang on, let's see if I can. Yes, these are all authors who have little sections, little interps, I guess. And so I really like this book because it goes over everything. All right, this is basically the overview of the contents, not everything that's in it, but just a quick overview. So you have part 1, what is the shadow? Part 2, shadow making, forming the disowned self in the family. All right, so how we developed our shadow based on how our family dynamic was. All right, certain things our family, shamed or said don't do. Like, let's say you got angry at the kitchen table and you were condemned for that. You would be someone who holds in your anger, and that kind of builds up and goes into your shadow self until one day it just blows a lid and says, you know what, I'm not holding your anger baggage no more, take it back. And one day you're faced with all this anger and you're like, where did it come from? Well, you've been suppressing it over however many years of age you are. So okay, that's that one. Part 3 is the shadow boxing, the dance of envy, anger, and deceit. So it's basically about these really, really common emotions that all of us experience. Envy, anger, and even just being deceitful. That is something we all do, because there's lots of theories on it. Why? Survival, archaic days, I suppose. Part 4 is the disowned body, illness, health, and sexuality. All right, so basically it's completely disconnecting from the body, which is the part that has the human nature, right? So the body has its own urges because we are humans, right? The spirit thinks, oh, I'm higher than the body's physical needs or urges, and it doesn't really allow the body to, one, connect. You don't really connect with the body, but it also doesn't really allow the body any outlets for its release or pleasure, because pleasure is one part of the reason why we came here. Part 5, the shadow of achievement, the dark side of work and progress. So basically this is saying shadow work is obviously not just love and light. It's going to be hard, and you're going to cry, and it's going to hurt, and you're going to think, is this really worth it? But in the end, it is definitely worth it, because it really takes you into the deepest, darkest parts of the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel. So yeah, even one of the introduction is the dark side of success, using our flaws and our faults when technology wounds. All right, so it goes into all of these different things in part 5. Part 6 is meeting darkness on the path, the hidden sides of religion and spirituality, because everything has, this is a realm of duality. You have 50 good, 50 bad. So everywhere you see that beauty, there's going to be some ugly. And everywhere you see that ugly, there's going to be that silver lining, right? Where there's pain, there is some amount of necessity. Part 7 is Devils, Demons, Scapegoats, a Psychology of Evil, which that one is really interesting. Enemy making. Part 8 is enemy making us and them and the body polite. Part 9, shadow work, bringing light into the darkness through therapy, story, and dreams. Part 10, owning your dark side through insight, art, and ritual. And that's the last part. But the book was really interesting because there's a lot of different information. I mean, even the parts that I mentioned that does not delve into the complexity of this book and how it goes into every aspect of your life. One thing that I found really interesting, which is what you saw in the title of the video, is how the shadow relates to your love life. And what the book goes into is how you attract your shadow in your partner. So because we're here to work on the things, we're here to evolve, we're not here to stay the same or get stagnant. I guess some beings are here to just run amok, whatever. But for those of you who found yourself to this channel, I'm sure that you are the first I said, someone here trying to evolve and grow and expand. And so if that's the case, if you are on your shadow journey, you're most likely going to call in somebody, a partner who reflects your shadow self. So for instance, right, you may be someone who's really quiet and you call in someone who's really loud. Or let's say you're really loud, you may call in someone who's really quiet. You'll tend to see the opposite of you. And it also talks about how it's like your way of trying to overcompensate for your own faults by seeing the faults in your partner. And so in a lot of cases that I've seen, actually this is the most common, a lot of the women I work with are like, oh, love and light, just nice, sweet. And then they end up calling in a guy who is not, necessarily all love and light. Like these people can be, you would consider them dark if dark was a concept, like maybe they have these sinister ideas or just taboo, maybe not sinister, like they're just the opposite in the way you think. And sometimes if you're not able to like see, oh, okay, this is like a reflection of a part of me coming through, you may, start to look at them in different ways. But you really got to check your, if you're on the path, on the journey, on the healing and walking through the shadow, you really got to look into every aspect, because it's showing you yourself. It's showing you what you need to see, what you need to do. All right. And so it's not a journey for the weak of heart, the faint of heart. You need some willpower to walk through this. But this is a book that really helps for the understanding on the psychology level, right? So the mind and dealing with the shadow. It's a really good book. Like I said, I'll have it in the link below. You can check it out. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm trying to do shorter videos. I can't seem to get a video under 10 minutes. I'm at 9 minutes now, so I am going to let you all go, and I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, all right, about the shadow, how to start shadow work, any, thing about your experience, comment your questions or comment your experiences with shadow work down below. Let me know where you are in your journey. I would love to connect on that aspect too. Check out my various websites. They're always linked below. Otherwise, also, if you have yet to subscribe, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. It helps me, and it helps you if connecting with me is something that you're looking for. So anyway, you guys all take care. Everyone who's been with me, I hope you all are doing so well. And I will see you guys next time.